Did you look at my runes already, or?
I'll check them after.
Alright. They're in the description. I can link them to you if you need them too.
Okay. Okay, can you see the screen?
Not at the moment.
Oh, right. Alright, now? Good?
Yep.
Okay.
Excuse the quality.
Or still pick Vayne. So it's usually always in the lower elos that every single person who plays AD carry picks Vayne and not any other AD carry.
Well, I actually go Lucian, but I was looking into their comp in the start lobby, and I was thinking that Vayne be a smarter pick, which I kind of regret when I realized that Jinx was destroying me in lane.
It's not the jinx that matters. It's the fact that you have to keep in mind what kind of when you're picking if you're fourth pick down, right? You want to see first their blue side and your red side. So they're gonna pick Jinx first. It's gonna go to your side. You have a support and you have your top laner. You have the most broken top laner in the entire game right now. You have a pretty good sustained support, but late game is gonna be up and down. Depends on how the laning phase goes. You're up against Cho'Gath and Azir. These people are the biggest threats on the team. The third biggest threat, not second, is Xin Zhao in terms of the ganking pressure he provides early. So what can Vayne do? You have Soraka to sustain you in the laning phase, but other than that, you're basically alone. So a better AD carry would be someone that can poke because you're gonna need to use your escapes as much as possible. You may be able to condemn one, but there's still other targets that could jump on you. It's easier if you pick someone like Ezreal because you have a flash and an arcane shift. It's much faster to escape, plus you can cancel animations and everything. And you also have a Zed in the mid lane, and that's just a skill-based matchup.
Didn't he get nerfed recently though?
He gets nerfed a lot. He's not supposed to be picked in the general meta, but it's silver, so people don't really like think about champions. I mean, it's not the champions that are the problem. It's more of not knowing how to play the game properly, because you want to play the game as you want to play the game as like it's like you play it as a whole and not individual. When you're picking Vayne, it's more of individual rather than a whole. What I mean to say is basically until you learn how to play the game, you shouldn't play like really high skill cap champions like Zed, because you're going to be focusing more on the champion than the actual game.
Yeah.
Because you have to learn all the techniques, all the animation cancels, everything about Zed before you can actually learn everything about League itself. It's not just end the game and lane and stuff like that. There's more to it. You got the ward, good job. Keep in mind that the cooldown for it's 2 minutes. Though it's not as important, it just means that if they want vision, you can get an easy gank off, but it's Shyvana, so in terms of coordinating a gank, it would be really easy if you kill the ward, because Thresh placed it. Normally supports place wards in this bush, so what you can say is, hey, means that their support, they have one less ward for about 2 minutes, we can get a gank going on. And then if Shyvana decides to start red and go down to blue, it would have been easy. So that you place your ward there, that's fine, because it's 80 carry ward. The support's supposed to place the ward in the bush for control. And since
No, I was just placing it there because I was concerned about the Thresh trying to like get some early cheese on with it.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's actually the best thing to do if you see that he's like looking for a pick. But you also want to know that what if he didn't start hook? So if he started flay, there's no reason for him to walk up and flay, because he would actually kill himself, because he has to get so close to deal damage.
Yeah.
So you want to click on him and see what skill he started out. If he started out hook, it means that you can pressure him, because all you have to do is just avoid the hook. But if he started flay, it means that your lane. So you're gonna pause right here. Well, if you click at any point, you click on him, but you don't know if he has flay right now because there's no passive active. Maybe because he threw an auto attack on a minion, which granted a target stack to Jinx, but maybe that's just him last hitting. You don't know if he actually has flay or not. Then he does a flay, which means now you know that he has flay. You want to hit level 2 first, but there is no level 2 power spike for Vayne Soraka, so the best thing to do is actually just to play passive. There's no reason to fight in this lane for any reason, because it's basically 1v2. All Soraka has is her heals to keep you alive. So basically, it's you against the world. So the best thing to do is just to do your best and safely farm, because there's almost nothing I can say for you to here unless you can capitalize on your opponent's mistakes. Now they've already hit level 2, because if you keep track of minions, after 9 minions die, they hit level 2, and they killed what is it, 10. So there's these 2 left, so they hit level 2, so this is where you have to back up farther. You're gonna have to sacrifice CS, but it's not like these 2 can actually deal enough damage to kill any CS anyway. So at any point, if you see, so this is not too big of a deal. Just sit back under tower, because the lane's gonna push towards you, because even though you have a big creep wave right here and it's aggroing on her, which is good, but their creep wave is gonna come up too to like reinforce the current creep wave that's already built up here. So one big thing to note is, I don't know if you know this, but because she did it right now, and like you didn't even, like, you barely touched her and she lost a shit ton of health. I'm gonna back up for like a few seconds to see exactly what happened. So now she's at full HP, right? So here's what we're gonna see exactly what happens. So a hook goes off and a W goes off. Okay, she gets hit by both. That's really unfortunate. So you're auto attacking Thresh. That's fine. He's the closest target. You throw 1, you throw 2 autos. Okay, you throw 3 autos, and the rest of it's only 3 autos. So that's like with her armor, she didn't take that much, but the rest of the damage came off from this giant creep wave right here. So that's a big thing when it comes to trading in the bot lane, and it actually applies for this is a thing when I said know the game rather than just know the champion, but knowing the game. If you know the game, basically these minions are like, the minions in general are like a third champion. So you essentially have a 3v2, and they also have a 3v2 because their minions are huge too. See, these guys, there's a lot more on their side than on your side. But because she attacked you or Soraka, these minions decided that they wanted to defend their big friends, so they attack her. So if you're trading with, if the support decides to attack you while you're last hitting, try to drag yourself behind your creeps, because that forces him to walk further deeper into the territory in which these guys will aggro onto him. So it makes you win the trade without even having to touch him. Like, he hits you once.
Free damage.
And, yeah, it's free damage, but from these guys alone. So if you throw in 1 auto, basically you win the trade. You win the trade. Okay, now you hit level 2. Now it's the point where you decide, should I level up Condemn or should I level up Silver Bullets? Let's consider the fact. Okay, 3 autos hurt her a lot. That's great, but we're not gonna have any kill potential here. In fact, if Xin Zhao comes and ganks, and I have Silver Bolts at level 2, and they decide to gank me now, well, Silver Bolts isn't gonna really help me. So Condemn would be the right option here.
I made the wrong one. Damn.
Yeah. The reason why is because, yeah, you'll be able to last it and stuff, but in terms of the defensive aspect, because you're not going to be able to fight this. Like, Soraka has a silence and a star call, but she has no hard CC. She has no soft CC, excluding silence, but that doesn't, like, disable them. I mean, they still have people that can wreck you. If Thresh, for example, like, positions himself badly, like, let's say he's an inexperienced Thresh and he hooks you, and then he flies in on the hook, right?
Which he does later.
You can tumble forward and condemn the target into your tower. Maybe you won't hit him. Maybe he won't, like, bump into the tower to grant the stun proc, but he's still in tower range, so he has to, like, probably burn flash to get out. It's good that you got the cannon minion. I mean, it's like completely normal to get the cannon, but you want to prioritize cannon. And also, Condemn can help you last. It counts as like a partial auto, but it kind of helps you last it too. Like right there, Condemn would work.
Yeah, I've just never been sure about the damage on Condemn. I've always considered like a one.
Yeah, it's like it's really weak. If you didn't level up Condemn now, Condemn at 3, then that would be also really bad. But it's okay. Like by 3, you should almost always have every ability on every single AD carry, excluding like Graves or
like Lucian.
No, Lucian should have all his abilities at 3. You want to use your passive as much as possible.
I know I'm gonna take my Q level at 3.
Graves and Ezreal. There we go. Graves doesn't need a smoke screen because it doesn't really do much. Good. You tumble. Use your abilities to last it. It's okay, especially in this kind of situation because you're not going to be using your autos to harass as much. I mean, they have sustain too. She has a potion that she hasn't used it yet, and she also has Thresh to provide target stacks. So harassing is almost pointless. Like you can do it to scare her, but she can do it back to you. So there's almost no point.
Yeah.
Now they're playing very scared for some reason, but you want to be careful because if you were standing like right here, if he just walked up and flayed you, you're putting yourself in a huge risk because they have a large amount of minions, and if you condemn him, those minions will jump on you too. So you wanna keep your eyes on your own minion wave. If you're starting to lose, like you're like right here, let me see. Let me just play it. I'm gonna play it exactly where I thought, right here. Okay, if I were the Thresh, right, this is actually a really big part of being vulnerable. Right here, he can just being him. He can actually deny you even further if he made the right choice. Because if they knew that, let's theoretically say, because I don't know where their top laner is right now, right? So this is why point of view is really important. You don't see the top laner here. That's okay, no big deal. But you don't know if this area is warded or not. So you don't know if Shyvana's already spotted. And if Shyvana is, like, let's say it is warded. Let's say their top laner warded the river. That means bot lane knows, oh hey, Shyvana's top, which means Shyvana's not bottom. So that means that this guy right here would go on the offensive, right? And if he goes on the offensive, all he has to do is just walk up and flay you this way. And
That's pretty much done for me.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're not gonna die, but what happens is you have to make a choice. You either let yourself get hooked because almost immediately following a flay, a death sentence comes out. Or you have to tumble if he doesn't, like, if he's smart, he would actually like tumble. He would actually flay you while you're tumbling, but that's like more advanced on Thresh's part. And afterwards follow up by the death sentence. But you have to use your Q or your flash in order to escape if it's like, you know, because there's no way he can like he would just have to walk up and there's no minion aggro, because if he's just walking up, that means that he's not hitting you, right? If he's just that means that these guys won't like attack. These guys have a mind, but like until this guy says like right clicks on you, they will not respond. So he can just like sit right here in front of your face the entire time, and if he doesn't right click you once, these guys won't respond. So all he has to do, again, like I said, is walk up, flay you this way, and then you'll take damage. That's when they decide to act. But that's not enough, because you know your minions are gonna get outclassed by these guys, by red team's minions, because he has more. Like this is because when you decide to attack him or he decides to attack you, they're gonna like fight. It's gonna be a huge bloodbath, but you're gonna lose the trade. All he has to do is flay you and hook you, and you're pretty much done for. The best thing to do right here would be to move up here. You'd want to stay behind the minions, because you'd have to commit more to walk up there. And otherwise, if you don't feel like you know, if you don't feel like this positioning right here is safe, you can always just sit back here and chill. This minion isn't as it's not. You don't have to be so desperate for gold. It's okay.
All right.
So you see, like he's just walking up, and you have to back up, and then he autos you, and then these guys go on him. Like I said, like this one mage minion is being the MVP and going on you, and then he's still walking up. See? And then these two mage minions go on him, and then he disengages. So that's exactly, like, if he actually just walked up without auto-attacking you, because he should have done that, and then he flayed you, you'd be in trouble. You wouldn't die, but you'd be severely low. But Soraka might die, because she'd have to burn a heal on you, which puts her lower. And then if they just go on Soraka, well, she's going to be screwed, because she doesn't have an escape, because you know that she's already used flash. So right here would be the best option would be to heal, yeah, and tumble. You don't have to flash, but yeah, that's fine.
I make a really bad call with my flash coming up, I think right about now. Oh no, it's around level 6.
Yeah, you can't. No, try not to spoil it, because then like I want to see exactly what happens. I'll try to see, cause that's exactly, because I usually see people spoiling it, but like I want to see from my point of view. It's all good though. It's like the first time. Okay, so Shyvana comes in. The rip. It's warded. Rip. Okay, so just farm under tower. Yeah, here's the thing, that this movement also makes it really obvious that there's a gank. Like, let's say it wasn't Warden, they're just backing up because they want to recall or it's safe or something. Just by moving up there, you're saying like, hey, why are you being so aggressive when we have you pinned at the tower? Like right here, you're pinned at the tower, right? Like you can't like go any further, otherwise they're gonna attack, they're gonna hook you, they're gonna do more stuff that because you're running out of summoners, right? So wait for it. You give me a second for the creep wave. So they're down here. So they backed up. Maybe this is worded. Let's say it wasn't. Now you keep going and you're right here. So if I were the enemy, I would be thinking, wait, she's moving up for some reason. There's a ton of creeps here, and there was like one up there, I believe. Why is she moving forward here when when we've pinned her down under tower, there must be some reason she's changing her pattern of thinking. You get it?
Yeah.
So if you, it's like staying, it's like you drink a cup of water every single day, at the same time every day, but then you change it one day, it kind of feels weird. Something like that, but you just change your movement pattern like to go forward, which means some action might go down, and then it makes it so, oh shit, something's about to happen, let's back up. And also, yeah, if it's warded, then like this also just like adds on to the fire that, oh shit, they're definitely trying to look for a gank. And then the moment she backs off, you know, you back up too, and then they go forward. Then he rewards, so maybe it wasn't warded after all. Just the change in pattern is just it's just so irregular that they realize, oh shit, something's going on here.
All right.
Yeah, and don't you can use your tumble right there to dodge the Q too. I mean, it's a really short cooldown, and you're not really. I mean, Vayne's not a mana based champion, right? Like, you know, like not like an AD caster like Azura Lucian. Like, oh shit, I should E every single time to dodge a skill shot. I mean, like her mana cost for tumble isn't that much, so feel free to use tumble to dodge skill shots too. I mean, it wasn't much, but because it's a W and it's not max, but like when it's max and you know, if you don't dodge it, it's gonna hurt. Like it does a lot of damage. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Thresh left. You have two options. You are behind, so you can farm. It's just 80 carries, because you know this 80 carries is not moving, so you shouldn't respond. You could go help, but it's only two people. Once again, Soraka isn't going to do much other than heal. So you don't have any like summoners that, because if you go there and you get caught, right? You'll have to flash somewhere to safety, because they have a lot of pressure in terms of abilities. So they got a knock up, they got a slow, they got a crit, they got a hook. It's like crazy with the amount of CC that they possess. So it's okay to farm. I would personally just farm here, and this is where Soraka makes the choice of taking the wrong pathing. So if she heals you, there's nothing you could do. Like, you can condemn him and stuff, but it's not gonna work. Yep. You just have to back up. There's nothing you can do about that. Like, the best option, Soraka's best response would have been to just follow Shyvana, but the second best response would be just not to go to Shyvana at all. Shyvana's a goner. Okay, this is dangerous, but because where you're standing is dangerous, because this is what they call the choke zone. Like, there's a difference between a choke point and choke zone. Choke point's more team fight based, but because if he throws a skill shot, right, like right through here, you have a really narrow window to dodge it. Like, if you tumble this way, you're gonna be in her range of like her W and stuff. But if they both, like, if they were actually like coordinated, for example, if they both throw their skill shots this way, like, where do you go? Do you tumble this way? Do you tumble back? Do you tumble forward? Like, you have no, and like, are you a scripter? Do you tumble right? No, you have no, like, this is a choke zone. So be careful when you're standing here. Right there, and if he also flays you, he'll be in tower range. That's just a warning. Like, let's theoretically say he walks up and flays you. That's just not gonna work. The smart Thresh move right here would be to throw his hook, right, and then she would follow up with her zap, and immediately maybe before or after, but place her traps here. She's low on mana, so you should also keep an eye on opponent resources too. So okay, so if she throws her zap, that means she can't throw her chompers. If she throws her chompers, she can't throw her zap. The only thing she can do after she casts one spell is auto. And if she casts spells, right? So if she casts zap or she casts chompers, she's not going to be able to use her rockets, which means that she'd have to get closer to hit you, which means that she'd be in tower range. But this is all theoretical. Let's focus on the importance of not staying here, because again, if he threw out a hook, right? And let's say she throws out the zap. Let's say, I don't know, by miracle chance you dodge the zap, but you get hit by the hook. The immediate response would be, A, Thresh can just fly in like an idiot and flay you back, or he just walks up and flays you. And then afterwards, you're in trouble, because all you have is flash and like a tumble, and if you didn't tumble to dodge one of these two skill shots, then you'd have to flash. And all he did was took like 3 or 4 tower shots for a critical escape summoner spell. And all that came down just to you standing here. This is just a danger zone. I'm not saying you should never stand here, but because like because you know you don't have a support to back you up. This tower is not shooting anything. You know, they're not in range of the tower, and the fact that this person has a skill shot, this person has a skill shot, and kill potential. You know, that's the scariest part. Like, you can stand there. I mean, there's nothing wrong with standing there. It's just that, oh shit, they can kill me. You know, there is a play can be made to set you behind. And that's you know, a risk that people don't want to take, because in lower elos when it's behind, it's harder to come back because the gold stretches. especially when because they last hit a lot easier for some reason, like up here in the pushing zone. All right, boom. So you notice that she has to use her. Wow, she canceled her auto.
Yeah, she did it a few times.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. It benefits you, but it's also unfortunate for her because she misses a kill. That's just because she fell to right attack move. Okay, good. Now be strategic about this. Okay, so you're 6. Yeah, it's great, but your support's here with you too. That's great, but their support is mid. What you can do is you can just push this lane and back because it's about the time that you should like buy right now. You have a lot of money. You don't want to sit on a lot of gold on, especially on a champion that it needs to not only scale, but the fact that you're behind in the laning phase is also important. Oh, that rocket must be unfortunate. There's like the only thing you could do is just ping missing twice. There's not much I can say about that, but you have to be aware that when a laner leaves, you got to ping missing twice. And if both of them leave, just ping missing 4 times. It's annoying as fuck, but like every ping counts. Because I've adapted a new style of playing. Basically, it's like you don't chat at all. Like not a single word comes out of your mouth. No flash, no summoners, nothing. All it is just pings. So if you adapt that playstyle, it kind of makes it so that you have to play the game a different way. Good. Yeah, that's a good buy. There's nothing wrong with what you purchased. Like I would have done the same thing. Like no, IE rush is like the I'm fed as fuck. I'm gonna
it's like I'm 7-0 by 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's something because you want to just kill them as fast as possible. Anyway, you're ahead in CS, and the only reason why I'm saying you're behind is because she has 1 kill and one assist, which accumulates up to about 20, maybe 24 CS. So she's technically at about like 70 something right now. So you're technically 20 behind. So if you're 20 or 30 ahead of her in CS. And she has 1-0, and she's still 1-0-1. That means that you're even with her, but but it won't mean that you're ahead of her. Get it? You want to be ahead. So, yeah. Vayne. It's nothing wrong. What Vayne can teach you as a player is how to survive one of the most awful laning phases in the entire game, aside from Kassadin. If you wanna learn how to go through hell, play Kassadin. My God, that champion is like probably the worst laning phase in.
I'm actually super scared to play him.
Yeah,
I
don't like.
I'm
I'm advising against it. It's just if they pick LeBlanc, you can pick it because Kassadin is a counter. It's not a counter, but it's a strong pick to the thing. It's just that the laning phase is. It's kind of like you're scavenging for farm and you're super desperate. You don't get a gank because the champion is just like. You just have to survive. That's the whole point of the champion. Just live. All right. Yep. Let it push. It's okay. I mean, like let's say you go for the CS, you go for greed instead of defense. You're putting yourself in a dangerous situation for 15 gold. Yeah, you're behind and you're desperate for farm, but like, are you desperate to die? No, you're not. You can die. You can live to fight another day. That's the motto. All right, right here. Yeah, see, this is again. See how low these minions are, and you know that she went back just now because she got a kill and she got an assist. You haven't pressed tab to see what items she purchased yet. Does she have a BF sword? Does she have a pickaxe and a boot? Does she have another Doran's blade? Does she buy? What is she rushing? What is she prioritizing? Does she get Zeal? Is she dumb? So if she has a lot of damage, let's say she had the BF sword, she cute. If she just auto attacks this right here, 2 of the minions next to her die, and then you have no minions to defend you, like body block the free hook. Yeah, you have tumble to avoid it, but it's still a scary thought, right?
Yeah,
like
still risky as hell.
Because you might not react fast enough to, let's see, Kabong. Yeah, you might not react fast enough to avoid stuff like that. Yeah. Just think it like from their point. Just try to think the game from like this is what the macro game and knowing the game comes in. You don't just think about like from your because the micro part is picking the champion. The macro part is more of hey, what can they do to me? Okay, I know he starts. So at what point can he hook me? At what point will Jinx throw a zap at me? When should she choppers? I think she'll choppers here, and that's why people like have good reaction times because it's just more about prediction. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me see exactly how this went down.
This is where something fucky goes on.
Alright, hold on. Let's see. Oh,
might get a laugh out of it.
Okay, so first is this. So you'd have no tumble until you auto. Okay, so let me see exactly why. So this is actually more difficult for Thresh to pull off. Ah, okay, I know exactly what he did. Wait for it. Right here, right? I'm gonna slow it down. Okay, so it's the part. It's what they. This is a tactic that this support player like. If he were in Diamond, this is like the most standard play. But basically, he knows that you're most vulnerable as a champion when you're attacking creeps, because this is where attack move comes into play. Like if you know about attack move, like if you all you have to do is just A and click and stuff. This is why Jinx is really stupid enough to like cancel her stupid freaking autos. But basically, when you like you know like you said, you did attack move. I see that you clearly did it here. You know, like you're not like not doing it. You did it right here. That's fine. But when you're attacking a minion, you're at your most vulnerable state, because until that animation flies, and even if you move, right, you're still standing still for that brief amount of time. And what does he do? He throws a hook on it. He knows, hey, like what he's probably thinking, because a good Thresh should be thinking, hey, she has to kill this. She wants the money. She's behind. She needs the money, right? So let me throw a hook as soon as she goes for that CS. And this is again like if you had a quick reaction time, one you'd have to tumble, but you have to think, shit, do I go for this CS, or you know, do I just let it go to dodge the hook, because you know it guarantees me living. So that's a big thing. But just to know that if you're under tower, right, like look like this is the amount of pressure that these two draw. Jinx is a champion that scales up, right? Like her scale goes like this. Vayne's terrible, but her scale goes up too. Now the thing with the difference between these two is that Soraka, it's just like this, whereas you is like this, you know. So hers is flat. She just stays the same as a champion all around. She's just always gonna be a support and just heal bot.
Nothing really changes all game.
But Thresh also scales well too. I mean, it's because at 6, if they land this death sentence, all she has to do is throw a zap, chompers, auto like 3 or 4 or 5 autos, and then throw a super mega death rocket, and you're gonna take a lot of damage. And if you're not gonna take a lot of damage, you're dead. I mean, that's what they call the level 6 ultimate all-in. Whereas, if you had a different support, let's say you had Alistar, he can disengage, because, you know, W to push them away, Q to knock them up, prevent them from attacking. If you had, say, another support like Nunu, he can speed you up so that you move faster and slow Jinx down so that she doesn't kill you fast. If you had a Morgana, well, Morgana's the perfect counter, because the Black Shield pretty much denies every single form of crowd control that Thresh will ever throw at you in the history of Thresh's hard CC. His box, his flay, and his hook are completely useless, all because of Morgana Black Shield, which is why Morgana is one of the perfect counters to Thresh. But okay, so get hooked. Okay, she throws a zap. That's the worst zap. Now, okay, so here's where you can capitalize on a mistake. But I'm gonna see how this plays out first. Oh my God. Hold on.
I don't understand that condemn. Like, I don't know how he got stunned. Did you see where he was?
Hold on. Hold on. Wait. This is salvageable. Good job. Yeah. Okay, so here's this is the difference between a good Thresh and a bad Thresh. If you see him fly in, you already know he's a bad Thresh. Keep that in mind. Yeah. If you see them fly in during the laning phase,
the same thing.
Yeah. It's just inexperience. You have to realize. I mean, he has to realize that, you know, it's not the right time to fly in. It's a good hook, but here's his response. The smart decision. Okay, you can't see him here, but like, you know, like, oh, oops, what the fuck? Okay, print screen. Paste. Now, up.
The smart thing would have been for him to like walk up and flame me, right?
Exactly, yeah. Because what would happen is he would walk up and he flays you, right? This puts you farther away from the tower, because this tower's already targeting here. But if he's right here and he flays you this way, there's no way you can, you know, respond, or there's no way this tower will be able to respond because he's so far back. Not only that, but he's closer to his AD carry, which means that, you know, they have the synergy. Like, hey, we're together. Let's just jump on her right away, you know. And you'd have to flash back into your tower for safety. Second thing is, yeah, this just the backwards play. Yeah, you pretty much got it. Now he flies in. This is already retarded. But immediately you have to think, okay, he's gonna be behind me, because that's exact. If you read Thresh's
he goes
kit,
behind you?
Yeah, he goes behind you. Let me look. Oh. See, right there. That's why. This is probably why you're confused. Now you condemn him, but he goes this way. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, hold on.
Yeah, see?
I'm gonna play this in half speed real quick. There's probably something I'm missing. I might be missing something. What the fuck? I would have been stunned right here. Hold on. Okay. Come on, throw the hook already. Alright, get caught. Okay, that's a nice auto. Yeah. He flies in. He walks forward. He just walks forward.
So did I set him on the wall? Like...
You just walked forward. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure what happened there. It's probably it's pretty dumb, but you got the stun off. I saw the anime. I see the swirls, which means you did get the stun off. It's brief, but you did get the stun off. Ah, okay. So here's a problem that I saw. You flash forward. Okay, this is not in relations to his stun. Like, yeah, you got the stun off. It actually went off. It's just like he wasn't attached to the wall. But that's no big deal. You got the stun off, and you're gonna kill him. But here's the thing. You flash forward. So let me back up real quick. All right, Jesus. All right.
All
You
this
get hooked.
again.
You have to watch it a lot. You're gonna have to, because this is where you improve as a player, because you have to rewatch what you did and see. Oh, I could have done this instead. So now he's low, right? If you ulted right, like as soon as you got caught, it would have been easier for you to kill him, because all the damage out, all the DPS that you would have put out, because as soon as you press your ult, you gain damage, right? So
Yeah.
you had to flash for extra autos because you didn't turn on your ult, and then you still don't have your ult on, so this forces you to flash and burn more resources. I'm assuming that right here, you're like, oh, okay, maybe if I kill Thresh now, we can keep going forward and kill Jinx. But you guys, there's no way, because this minion wave is here. You're gonna fall behind, and like she's not having her back turn, so you know you don't get that move speed bonus, the double off your passive. So yeah, so basically you burn flash when it wasn't necessary to burn flash. So
Yeah.
so if they capitalize on this, and let's say you get ganked, right? All you have to use is your tumble for escape. And if they flay you, hook you, or knock you up in the middle of your tumble, you are like almost certainly dead if Soraka doesn't blow all her resources to save you. I wouldn't recommend freezing, because because right here, the reason why you don't want to freeze is you want to look at the map, right? Okay, so both mid laners are dead. Where's their jungler? I don't know, not sure. But if I shove to the tower, right? If you shove all the way to the tower, first of all, that means Jinx is gonna lose all this CS right here. That's one. So you're gonna drop 6 CS. You actually drop 6 CS. You drop 6 CS, maybe more, from her total CS, which means that, you know, she's not getting money and you got money because you shoved and killed all those minions. Second, it means that she'd have to respond, because if she walks to the tower to clear, because she wants the lane to be in the middle, so she'd have to walk down to bottom and kill all the CS, then walk to dragon. Because once you push this like as fast as possible, you deny her. That's one. You pressure, because if Xin Zhao says, oh shit, there's a lot of gold I'm going to be missing down at bot lane, he might show up bottom and kill all the CS, which means if he shows up bottom, that means there's no way that the opponents can contest dragon, because the mid laner's dead, support just died and probably just respawned, but will not have enough speed to catch up to dragon. So that's 2 people out of the that's 2, possibly 3 people out of the fray, and Jinx just left, probably back at base or like going toward somewhere. But she's right now missing, but she's out of the fray. So dragon is free as soon as you push this tower. They'll start showing themselves. Okay, so Jinx shows herself. You're gonna shove. That's fine. Yeah, maybe she'll get the CS, but guess what? You guys get an objective that's just as important. Dragon, 6% damage. Kabong, you missed the CS, rip. Okay, now she showed up. That was fucking fast. You just killed him. Well, death timers are pretty quick. Okay, you pause right here. Okay, now you can see the items. So let's see the gold differential. You're up 20 CS. That's great. You're actually ahead at this particular moment. Because she has 1 assist. That's about 5-6 CS. So her grand total is 72. If you guys are 1 kill, you're basically up only 8 CS. But if you want to accumulate a mass gold lead, you want, you know, larger amounts. You missed 1 right there, so grr. But that's just it's just
I'm
all
really bad at
chemical
CSing
practice.
still.
Yeah. It takes time to practice. I mean, you can just practice using... Oh, no wonder you're not tumbling as often. You're not maxing the tumble first. Okay, so here's the thing. You have to consider when to max tumble versus when to max silver bolts. So I'm going to freeze frame here. This is actually a good time to... When you decide to max skills, because skill maxing does matter. So, who's a tank? Him. Who's a tank? Him. Who's tank? Who can build, like, who can basically become a large tank but with a lot of health? This person. Who can build resistances but doesn't have enough health to tank? This person. This person. So if they build a lot of resistances and don't have enough health to tank, this is a good... Okay, so the thing is... Okay, wait, hold on. Let me rephrase this. This person builds HP because of his passive, right? And then he just builds resistances. Armor and magic resist. Right? So how do you cut through the armor part? You max this. Now this person builds damage, and then like some form of tank, 2 forms of tank, and like 1 form of damage. So he's gonna hurt, and he's gonna be really tanky. Xin Zhao's champions are like really weird. Plus the fact that I think that's a Devourer. I can't tell from the color scheme. It's a Devourer. Okay, so because this is a Devourer, this is actually really important. You got to keep this in mind. Devourer is a farming item. This is probably why he doesn't show up as much. He's got 35 CS. That's fucking awful. How's this guy ahead? Like what the fuck? Anyway,
it's over.
yeah, like well, I mean, she has better. She's just got buffs, so she has better sustain. Plus, she has the purple one, not the blue one, because she's not an idiot. And then, anyway, he chose Devour, which means that he wants to deal damage. So he's probably going to deal a lot of damage. But because he's building damage, this is where to kill this guy, you're going to need W. Like it's just there's no guarantee. There's no mistaking that you have to pick W against this person because he's gonna get a lot of health, and the more health means the more damage this thing will do, and you ignore armor basically because it's true damage.
Yeah.
This person is gonna want to kill you because he's got Devourer, which means he's gonna rush you down because this is attack speed based. And if he builds this, it means that his next 2 items, if he builds it right, because he might be going to XG9 build, which is the 1v1 nobody can 1v1 me build. Devourer, Blade of the Ruin King, Black Cleaver. He will destroy you, and there's almost no way you can escape it because you're going to be slowed by his thing. So what's the best way to escape it? Q. Thresh. Q. Because he's going to want to kill you. Azir. He can, if he's a good Azir, he can curve, but also because the 5-man wall is going to be a problem. So you want to walk your way around it. W isn't going to really change anything, so Q would be best here. And Jinx, no escapes. Q. All these Qs, outweigh. There's 4 Qs and 1 W. And you can consider that, let's say he was a regular Xin Zhao, he was tanky. Like, that means 1 W. So that's 2 Ws and 4 Qs still. So you want to think about your opponent's kits.
And Q would help me farm easier early on, would it not?
Hmm?
Yeah, like maxing my Q would that help me farm early on as well?
Yeah, because the last hit capabilities, it grants you that bonus damage on your next attack, as well as the fact that you can use more Qs as you auto, because the Q does not go on cooldown until you auto. So until you auto, the Q doesn't go on cooldown, and the more you auto, which is why she builds attack speed, the faster your Q will come up, which is why mobility is key on Vayne. Because if you're kiting properly, you'd Q auto, and then just keep queuing and going backwards, and it's almost impossible for them to chase you unless they had to burn flash or some gap closer like Xin Zhao E. So yeah. But you have to consider, because it's not always to say, oh, maxing Q or maxing W is like a must every time. It's always situational. I almost always do it because I like running away rather than like 1v1ing because I'm not confident on Vayne as a champion. Okay, so condemn, that's good. Yeah, you don't have to be afraid. You didn't have to be afraid because they had no vision here, which means that they probably didn't know Shyvana was there. Now, okay, so here, this is where oh shoot. Okay, this is where you actually have to retreat first. Jinx already shot Rocket, but by now, because it's been quite some time, she has enough mana to toss it. She just W'd. She just W'd. She probably has her chompers, I think. No, she doesn't.
Before you throw out the fact that Xin Zhao's there, I actually tunneled really hard on that Thresh. I didn't even see him for the longest time.
This is the thing. So this is where map vision comes in. This is called micro.
I'm scared.
Yeah, this is where micro comes in. Now, he can be killed. Yes. But is it possible to kill him? Well, let's find out. You got to tumble. You don't have this. It's very close. This is off cooldown. Probably would be at about 14 seconds if you used it at when there was a skirmish earlier. But it probably wouldn't have made a difference because you would have just chased and probably gotten yourself into a dangerous situation. But consider this. Your health bars are less than half, right? This is where the team aspect comes in. Everyone's health bars are pretty low. You guys are probably going to get screwed. You're at kind of low mana. This isn't too big of a problem because Vayne's not really mana dependent. But she has only so much health, so if she chooses to heal Shyvana, then she's not healing you, which is you're gonna be put in danger. Now, from what I can see here, even though you can barely see him on the edge of the screen, he's got full health, he's got full mana, he's ready to attack, he's got Devourer stacks. The last time I checked, he's got 35 creeps. He's got just as much as Shyvana in terms of the Devourer presence. This is going to be a problem. Best option here is to fend for yourself because if you tumble this way, well, it's gonna. Well, actually, okay, this is a problem. I'll see if this hits you or not. But you want to escape. You want to do your best to escape right now, like right here at this particular moment, because there's no way you can get him. This is where If your team had more health, this would be a different situation in which you have this thing called Team Faith, where, okay, I know you guys can get it, I don't need to help, because right now I'm in trouble, so I'm going to run while you guys get those two, and if you live, grats, but I'm living first, so fuck you guys, basically. So she gets hit by it. You're going to toggle forward, alright, 2, 1 more, wow, nice hook, okay, burn flash. Okay, so summoner spells are important to keep track of. I don't know if I told you this, but this is all mini macro game stuff. As soon as you see a summoner spell, just look at your clock and like memorize it. Even if it's like in the middle of like some situation like this, just means that next time Shyvana comes to gank, you guys have presence. All right, well you're actually in trouble. Oh, she's scrying orb. Yeah, I noticed that earlier too. It's gonna happen. All right. Well, those two lived. Oh my God, why'd she flash? All she had to do was just walk left. Anyway, okay, so. You know Thresh's flash is down, so if he does some crazy shit again, you can kill him. Itemization wise, I wouldn't have recommended you get that dagger right there. Actually, it doesn't really help you in terms of DPS.
What would you recommend aside of it then?
Oh no, nothing. You can just buy one more potion, replace your one more potion, one ward, replace your trinket with the scrying orb, and then focus on getting your blade of the Ruin King.
Yeah, I'm really bad at remembering to change my trinket.
Yeah, trinket is. Well, I mean, you can click like this is why the trinket was important. You saw as a scrying orb right there, that critical moment. Yeah. She used it for a vision. You could do that on Vayne if they run into a bush. You could drop a ward, but scrying orb is just as good because it's got a wider range and it can go farther. So yeah. That's important to keep track of. Okay, so here this is where you have the option to either push or power farm. And now power farming is a lot harder in where you're standing, but basically power farming is you want to accumulate. Remember when I said accumulating a gold lead is really important as a champion like Vayne, because the longer the game drags, the stronger Vayne becomes. Basically what you want to do is you want to just actually I'm gonna backspace it or back up here, because this is important as it gets, because Jinx just left and Thresh is somewhere within the vicinity of bottom, which means it's pretty dangerous if you go out pushing, because it's 2v1, because you can see he's right here. Zed isn't going to do anything, so he's like pretty much irrelevant. He has no hard CC or whatever. Anyway, right here at this particular moment, you want to just sit here and just last hit. And I don't mean last hit as in like, okay, they have less than 183 whatever your damage is, right? For some that was a tumble auto. They have less than this much for your auto attack, right? If they have 500 health and they're at 1, 2, 3 out of 500. You don't want to last hit. You want to get it as close as possible to the edge before you last hit it. This will allow these minions to stay alive longer to kill your minions. Why do I want my minions to die? Because if Jinx isn't last hitting them, she's losing gold. That's important. Yeah, exactly. Now, because of that means if your minions are dead, and their minions are alive, the direction of the wave is gonna go this way. And where does that lead? Closer to your tower. But what does that mean? It means they have to commit more resources and go even further into your territory to gank you or pressure you, which opens your lane up for more ganks. So if you freeze all the way up towards your tower, but don't get it within tower range, because the tower's gonna start shitting on the minions, and then you're gonna lose all that freeze pressure, and you might lose the CS too, because if they're this low, the tower will kill them, because the tower's auto attack damage is quite a bit. But yeah. Basically, drag them closer to your area by last hitting, because then creep waves will just keep starting to build up, and you can just sit here and farm for a long time. Provided that eventually there's going to be a giant enough creep wave that your creep wave is pretty much so small that all these big ass creeps will wipe your creep wave out really fast, and you have to make a decision. You either kill a bunch of them to keep the wave stable, or you tank it all. This is where when I said you buy more health pots comes in, because you're gonna probably be tanking up some minions. But when you're freezing, that's because until you get under the scenario of power farming, I can't really demonstrate it. But you might have to tank minions. Nasus do this a lot. They just sit up there and just soak up all the minion damage, then Q, then they just Q, right? You know what I mean? Like Trick Teacher.
Let health back real quick.
Yeah. And they get all their HP back. So
passive too strong.
Mm-hmm. But that's the point. That's keeping the wave stable, because all they're doing is just power farming. They just soak up all the damage and keep the wave where it's at. And there's no way the wave would push, because the minion wave on the enemy side is bigger than his. So it would just keep sticking on him, and he would just get 20, 40 CS and in a couple of minutes, and the opponent would be losing 20, 40 CS in a couple of minutes in that exact same time. So the gap goes bigger and bigger. So it's like if you're at like 100 CS and he's at 100 CS, this guy goes up 20, but he never gained any, so he's still at 100. So you're up 20, but it just stretches onward and onward. But he technically lost 20 minions that he could have gotten, so he's actually down 40 CS. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, the gap is real. So here's where since you don't know where Thresh is, you want to keep your eyes peeled, because as soon as you see Thresh on the map, you want to either tell your support to respond or you can respond yourself. But right now, priority is to get the outer turret. Okay, so team pings dragon. That's great. Now you want to push and join them for the dragon. Your DPS matters. Okay, keep an eye out on Jinx, and then just like go back, and then just use all your abilities to try to get that dragon. Oh well, I mean it's already going down pretty fast, but yeah. All right, good. Now the wave just reset. You could go mid to help shove because that's pressure, or you can go bottom, but you'd have to safely farm back because the wave is pushing in your favor. So you can safely farm or you can push. If you push, you might be in trouble because someone might TP down. Because I'm pretty sure Cho'Gath has TP. I'll check it once your guy tabs. Okay, this team seems to be in trouble.
Yeah, Cho'Gath does have TP.
He does?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just something you have to keep your eye out on. Okay, so Ryze TP's mid. Okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with what he's doing. I mean, like it's just that you guys just have to stall. Soraka should actually be mid. Support should always respond with the other support. The AD carry's not there. You shove because this will deny cannon. You want to deny the cannon as fast as possible. Come on, come on, come on. And we're good. Okay. All right, there she is. Attack her once or twice and just move in between autos. Yeah, good. Yeah, be careful when you condemn like that though, because if Thresh just walked up, yeah. Yeah, because he has one simple solution. He just lanterns her back into combat, and you have no way to push her back. You know what I mean? So that's yeah. Yeah, you got the third proc off safely, but you know they changed the condemn range, I believe, to match your auto range, so you can also get just an auto off instead of throwing a condemn out there. Yeah, I believe that's the case. And then they also changed.
I really wanted that scuttle.
Blade of the Rune King. It's fine. Nice. Turn on your ulti. Actually, you don't need to turn on your ulti. I was wrong. Most of the time, I would. Yeah, because that's the thing. I would not take the risk, because kill is a kill, and it's just your ulti. I mean, okay, yeah, like you can say it's because the stealth factor is really important in everything in terms of like defensive play, because you stealth and juke people and stuff. But that kill right there is what can keep you going ahead. I think you got it right. You're 2-1. Either way, somebody got the kill. That's gold for you. That's great. Now keep an eye out on almost after every CS. This should become a habit, but it kind of develops over time. Basically, after every single time you CS, you just look at the map. Like it becomes hard and stuff, but like over time you kind of get used to it. Sometimes you'll get lazy, but like the more you do it, the more you get adapted to it. Maybe you'll like look at it every single CS, and you'll have looked at the map 121 times based on your CS, right? And then over time you kind of just get used to it, but because you've been looking at the map so many times, your eyes just do it like instinctively. So even after like right now, you probably looked at it like, I don't know, 30 times, say, right? This is like all theoretical, and then like after the training of every single time you see it, you get one creep, you look at the map. So then you've done it 121 times. Then you get lazy, and then you only do it about 80 times. But 80 is still greater than 30. You know, you still develop the skill. You're kind of lazy, but you did it more lazy than you did originally. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if you run a mile every single day and you originally couldn't run a mile, you could only run like a quarter of a mile. Eventually, when you kind of get lazy when you're running, you'll run at least half a mile without getting tired. Okay, this is bad. Yeah, this is a little tunnel base. Oh god. Oh nice. You're gonna get ruptured. You're gonna expect the rupture. So, oh, what the hell? Why didn't he flay? Wow. Okay, this is where you capitalize. This is a turn. This is a turn. Keep going forward. Yep. Now Soraka should have talisman at some point. Oh jeez. Yeah.
Yeah, I cried a little bit there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you would have to step back. Like you knew it was coming because he hasn't used it. I said he's going to rupture at some point. You gotta feel the rupture coming in some point or another. Now he's out of mana, so he can't do it. Oh, he backed. What a dick. All right, get the tower. More priority. Oh my god. Okay, so back up. Hit him once or twice. No, don't condemn yet. Don't condemn yet. Oh god. Okay, this is where you condemn. Oh, counterplay. Yeah, just get on. This is where, again, this is another option to condemn. You have a lot of opportunities to condemn if you didn't condemn Xinjiao right there, because for the harass. Oh,
I could condemned him into the wall and.
Yeah. In terms of this rupture right here, the only way to avoid it is a tumble, but there's no guarantee that 100% you would avoid it unless you like constantly clicked on the ground, because the range was probably wide enough for that you to tumble all the way to the edge and still get hit by the rupture. So just a heads up on that. Yeah, to condemn has a really long cooldown. You don't want to waste it on in terms of harass. You want to use it in terms of safety. It's a really good defensive tool, and also engage if you get them into a wall. And if anybody tries to steal dragon, this is a good tip. Just condemn them into the wall when they hop over. It's not that like mechanically difficult. Phantom Dancer is fine. Static Shift is fine. I prefer Phantom Dancer in the current meta because of all the tanks and stuff. Allows you to single target pressure.
I don't really take Shiv if I think our team needs wave clear. And
not only it's not only the wave clear, it's also the fact that you get the burst. It's cheaper if you're behind. It's great because it's cheaper and it provides like very very close stats. But yeah.
I think that actually 100 damage on.
Well, the 100 damage. It's not that it's not that bad, but the fact that it can crit, but the fact that not only can it crit, but it can bounce. Like it can bounce off of people, so you can potentially get free gold off of it and assist. This is bad for your team. Yeah. There's nobody there, so there's not really much you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay. Bad call right here. Oh, garbage rupture.
Yeah.
Like he can't do that. It's blind. Scrying orb would actually be really helpful here if you scrying that bush. You wanted to check if. Are they still there? Are they still chasing me? What are they doing? And they just wiped out your ward. Aw. That was important to get. You missed that one too. Okay.
I cry a lot. Okay, stop pointing it out.
You're skilling up pretty decently. When you're skilling up your skills, you use the control button to skill. Okay, so this is where you just have to know when to let it go. Yeah. Because there's 4 people, you're outnumbered, so you're gonna have to back up even further than you already would. So when you get caught like that, right? Throw down your Blade of the Rune King on the nearest target because you'll get that little life steal, but also pop your health pot. Because even though it's really small, but health pot still it
still does something.
Yeah, it can save you from ignite. A ticking health pot is better than an immediately popped health pot because an immediately popped health pot it doesn't help as much because it's kind of like over time it does it. After 1 second, it kind of becomes effective. Okay, so the best way to come back from this is you can sell your mana pot, yeah, for a ward. AD carries do buy wards. I buy a lot. I buy about 7. Depending on what AD carry I'm picking. If I'm picking fucking Ezreal, I usually don't buy wards because the tier takes up the fucking slot. But then I'd always sell my Doran's Blade for a ward. But wards are really important because right now you guys don't have a secondary Sightstone. So to make up for it, your team has to buy for the lack of secondary wards. Like not every jungler will buy Sightstone, and junglers that do are really really cool, and you should honor them because they spent 800 gold on a fucking Sightstone. But vision is really important, especially because these champions can pick you off. If a Thresh and an Azir come out of nowhere, you're probably screwed. Like you can probably run away from them, but they have a lot of hard CC like knockups, a lot of damage like magic damage and flays and hooks. If Cho'Gath comes out of nowhere and he just ruptures silences you, you can't tumble away to safety. You can't even activate Blade of the Rude King, nor can you flash. So, if they manage to pick you off because you have no vision, that can spell trouble for your team because if the rest of the team, let's say Cho'Gath alone picks you off, 4 members of the team could probably take Baron if you were bottom, or take mid tower, or take top tower, or something like that. So it spells trouble if you get picked off without vision. Wow. She had to. I mean.
I was kind of mad that nobody actually went in to go try to help her, but then I realized that afterwards
there's nothing they can do. The thing is we don't have a safety tool. Like Soraka would put herself in even more trouble because she has no escapes when she gets there. She has boost speed, but she's gonna put herself in trouble. You guys don't have the lockdown to help. What I mean is, if we were to theoretically help, we'd have to have AoE, yeah. Oh hey, there's 3 people clumped up and targeting Shyvana. Let me just drop this AoE spell, whatever it is, like an Ori ult or something, or Echo, whatever the fuck he does. That's an AoE spell, so it's like, oh, they just took a bunch of damage as 3 people. That's good. Okay, 1 rupture, 1 silence. She doesn't take that much damage. Now she takes damage. She only built 1 of the 2 resistances. Condemn the. Oh god. Okay, that's fine. Q immediate. Yep, good. Uh,
I was so sad.
I'm waiting.
Here
I'm
you
waiting for the Blade of the Rune King. Oh, you did it on Xinjiao.
I know.
That's fine. You got Cho'Gath and you got the shutdown gold. It's still good. Your team is salvaging it. Have faith in your team. Really? Okay, that's fine. Good. Actually, okay. So this is what he did right here was actually the right way to flash. What I mean to say is, he flashed to get a kill that would secure him an objective after. This is a macro game based. This is a more macro based strategy. Why should I flash for the kill if it doesn't secure me an objective? You know, because a kill is just a kill, but a kill means nothing if you don't get the objective after. Kind of following?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then by securing a tower, that means it's global gold for the team, and that's worth the flash. You know, it's a nice trade. A kill and a tower for one flash. That's great. A kill and a dragon for 2 kills and a dragon for my flash. That's great. See, but just to flash for a kill, not really that special in the lower YOLOs, especially because getting objectives is good. And if your team wants to surrender,
I never noticed that Rise died until I got there and I was WTF'd about it.
rip. Oh well. You want to focus on more of yourself as a player and how you can improve rather than worrying about your teammates. There are dumb people in Diamond too. Like trust me, there are really dumb people in Diamond. There are people who troll AFK, people playing from other regions like China or EU or France. For some people, French people are playing a lot. But like, despite all that, you still have to keep a positive mindset no matter what happens. Keep that in mind. Like you won't grow as a player unless you have a positive mindset. And seriously, it gets so frustrating. You want to just like, oh my god, I want to die. These guys are so cancer. But you have to keep it positive. It hurts you, and you start like getting really hot and getting really frustrated. But you have to do it. It's like it's the only way.
I was in my gold promos the other day actually, and I went on a 12-game losing streak.
I know what you mean.
Exactly like that. And I was so sad.
It's kind of like the moment you start cussing and calling them out, you've already crossed the dark side of the Force. You know, if you're a Star Wars fan or something, and you never want to cross the dark side of the Force because once you cross it, it's kind of like Batman. Why he doesn't kill the Joker? Once you cross that road, you can't come back. You know, once you turn evil, it's hard to come back.
I'd make a joke here, but it'd be a little bit racist.
No, that's fine.
Once you go black, you never go back.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like it's called the dark side for a reason, right? Shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what they call a siege, and this is where well, okay, static shift would help and all, but like you guys also have other wave clear too. You guys have the rise effect. You guys have the ZWQs and stuff like that. It's okay. I would have home guard right here actually. You want to get back into the lane as fast as possible because okay, so here's the thing. You notice that you're suddenly like you guys have an advantage, right? So I'm gonna screenshot this exactly right there. I think that's an Azir tower. Shit, that looks like that looks like an Azir tower. There's no way that's not an Azir tower. That's an Azir tower. So you only see 2. You don't know where the other 3 people are. I'm gonna put question marks there. So let's look at the map. You can't see it here, but your creep wave is well. Actually, you can. Oh shit. Let's get this over. Paste the screenshot one more time. God damn it. Okay.
Rip.
Are you kidding me? Okay. Down, right. There it is. So, why is this all dark? Hold on. Why is this all dark? Because none of your minions are there. But why is this bright? Because your minions are there, which means that this lane is shoving because I can't see it off of this YouTube thing. But based on that little tiny thing, bit of information, your minions are pushing here, and if you look at the map, your minions are pushing here. What does this mean? This means that I don't think you've taken that bottom tower yet. Like, I'm pretty sure you haven't, right? They're still, these minions are still stuck there. And let's say you did, okay? Like, if you did or didn't, I don't remember, but it means that they have to send someone to respond to this big creep wave. And they have to send someone to respond to this big creep wave. Otherwise, you get 2 free objectives. That's 300, maybe 350 free gold that you get off into your bank, all because, you know, they didn't pay attention and they're so busy sieging here. And if there's 3 people Mia, that means, and if they send 2 resources back, that means 1 person's Mia. And they're not going to send Thresh back because Thresh can't clear those waves that fast. He's really important to save these 2 people's life. So they're going to probably send their Azir and their jungler Xinjiao because he's a farmer-based champion to deal with these 2 creep waves. Which means that what happens if they send Azir? Well, Azir's kit is not there. That means 1 less form of knockup, 1 less form of magic damage, and Xinjiao's not there. That means that's 1 less form of knockup, 1 less form of slow. So they've lost a shit ton of CC. They still have the rupture and they still have the silence. and they also still have the large burst that Jinx has because she's still relevant to the game. You guys are she's ahead of you because of the latest skirmishes that resulted in misfortune for your team. But Thresh is also Mia, so he has a lot of CC. So even if these numbers have dwindled and you guys have a numbers advantage, they're still threats. But you know that you guys have the bigger. But because you guys have more numbers, that means you guys have more spells to utilize to damage these guys, to scare them away, to prevent them from taking your tower.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all macro. Oh, okay, so they didn't send Azir to deal with the minion wave on top or bottom, which means that if this or this gets, you basically are about to get gold for free. And in fact, they didn't send anybody at all. You're probably gonna get top tower for free pretty soon too. And what you want to do is you want to get vision on them. This is where scrying orb, like when you activate the scrying orb comes in. You want to keep an eye out on them because you gotta know. Oh shit, are they leaving to deal with the creep wave? Because A, that means we can engage right now because they got one less man, and or B, they're not. If the guy's still there, oh, they're not gonna. We're gonna get a free objective up top, and we're gonna have more pressure up top because they didn't send anybody to respond. It's a macro-based strategy. Just by looking at the map, okay. So you did take the towers. Just by looking at the map, you already have pressure. Just knowing that is there. You're about to get a tower. There's no way they can respond. Now they left. They're probably responding now. Maybe there's a dragon coming up. This is where you press tab to check your timers. Maybe they're doing Baron. Maybe they're actually gonna do Baron. What the fuck? This is where buying a ward as AD carry comes in. You can like try to safely sneak a ward in here without getting caught like prey. So you got a free tower. Good job. 150 gold. Your entire team gets money because they didn't respond. So you see Cho'Gath. Well, if he's here and he's in an extremely unsafe position, what does that mean? Might be more members of the team nearby. Should we face check? Probably not. Don't ping him. God damn it. You're not. No, he's going. No, you guys are. Oh, God. This is a trap. Oh, wait. So, you look at the map right here. You quickly have to take a blink at the map. So, there's Jinx out here. That's great. But you saw Thresh down here. And I think that was a Jinx right behind her. Okay. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Going. Yeah, good. See, you know how there's a pink ward here? This is where if you bought a ward, right? When I said the importance of buying a ward. Place the ward right here so you can see it. Because if he flashes over the wall, theoretically, you kind of just lost a little bit of DPS because you didn't have vision at that particular moment. This is where, like, yeah, scrying orb is on cooldown. The alternative is to place a ward in the bush. Your attack moving. Yeah, he flashed over the wall, like I said. So you time that. So that's 5 minutes on the timer. So whatever the timer is right now. So I believe it's 20. It's like 31:55 roughly, give or take. Maybe 31 like. It's about 32 minutes that his flash will be up, but that's important. That's important because if he flash chomps someone, he can't do that anymore because he has no flash. But knowing that he has no flash and he has no escape means that if he runs himself to a wall, you guys got the kill. It's just something micro that you can use to benefit yourself. Okay, so you killed the pink ward. I noticed you hit once on the pink ward. You like auto attacked it once. Yeah, I wouldn't do this. This is actually a risky call. Yeah, they're bottom and all, but they can just walk up right now. The alternative answer to guarantee that you do get Baron is that Siobhan is in there with you. Now, Azir just showed himself. This is where, when you had a ward, if you placed it right down there, you would know that Azir would be there, like walking up here at this particular moment. The fact that, because he was not visible, and he's using the bushes, is a psychological threat. Where can he come from? Maybe he's backing up and walking over here. Maybe he's walking all the way around through mid lane to get behind us and, gank us from there. I don't know. I can't see him. If you can see him, it's great. That's why when in bot lane, if someone enters the bush, you guys start backing up. But if you had vision in that bush the entire time, I know that he's not going to be, like, sneaking some shit. Okay, so this is, yeah, you're moving in the right direction. No, don't go back in. Okay. Well, okay, technically you want to hit the closest target, but the closest target is this guy. It's not the tank. Yeah, good. Go down. Kite back, like kite up towards Rise because you need. Oh, okay, so you type behind him. That's fine. You turn on your ult. That's why. So the stealth factor is great. Yeah. Rip. Okay. Finish the Baron. Finish the Baron. Okay, you got it. Yeah. No, don't worry about the hook. It's kind of like you kind of get like.
Right here, I'm so sad. Oh my god, I'm bronze. The second I did this, I had immediate regret.
There's a 50% chance you actually would have made it though, because you have the enhanced recall, but they would have seen it because I think there was a ward there. You don't have the damage output because you can Q, but it probably wouldn't have helped. Finish the Baron. That was really important because you guys were already committed to it. Do not let it go away. as you get on through the game, ignore like you kind of have to like keep a straight face when it comes to big CC stuff. Like, if you watch like the pros and whatnot, like they like all this knockup and all these knockups and like hard CC and wombo combos happen, but they say absolutely nothing around it and they just keep calm. That's kind of what you have to do as when you saw that hook, you kind of panicked because you walked forward like, oh shit, maybe I should stop, help them out. But instead of just committing on the Baron, you know, he got hooked. Can he die? Probably not. There was no Jinx nearby. Oh god, that flash. Okay, you guys got Dragon. That's good. Pop. Oh my god. Yeah, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 wards, but they're in the wrong spot. There's not that much vision. It's really limited. Well, okay, mid is not the right option, and you wouldn't want to walk through this dangerous route right here to to go farm up top. Well, it's not GG if you can't do shit technically. Okay, condemn him into the wall. Auto, Blade of the Ruin King, auto. Yeah, good. Wow.
I fucked up. I fucked up. I got so lucky.
Yeah. Like, he's probably thinking it's close, but he not only he blew his entire combo on a minion because he's okay. Yeah, you had a tumble again once again. Yeah.
That's all.
I mean, it looks cool, but it looks cool and all that, but you had a tumble option. Yeah. Tumble's like a tiny flash, but it's still like, you know, really useful. Shit blows, like keep in mind that the shit blows pretty hard. So it's okay to flash it, but like just know now that because you've used flash, you don't have that as escape. So for the next 4.5 minutes, if you get caught out for some reason, like by a Cho'Gath rupture and then followed by a silence, you are in a serious predicament. Because, you know, you don't have that extremely useful tool to escape a dire situation. Farm top, it's like nobody's taking the wave, and if you watch Rise, if he's okay, so respect your other laners too. Like, yeah, you can be greedy as Vayne and stuff because usually the Vayne is the one who hyper carries, but if your other laner decides to walk to the lane and farm, like Rise wants that top lane farm, for example. Respect him for it because give him respect to the wave because it's his creep wave and he needs money because top laners are pretty shit when it comes to farming. Like in this low reload, he's probably like shit last hitting. Because Rise attack animation sucks dick. All right. Wow. No. Yes, walk that. Okay, walk towards your team but stay safe. He throws a hook right now. Oh, no rupture. Okay, no silence. Auto attack Cho. Good. Auto attack Thresh. Good. Oh, you didn't assist. Ah, damn. Just attack the closest target. That's usually, yeah. Back up. You're taking tower. Oh.
Yeah, I was so sad.
Yeah. Yeah. The closest target doesn't mean like stay on them. Just if they're within range and it's safe to do it. That's the most idealistic.
If you have to dive a tower, not worth.
Yeah. Never. Don't type too much because you want to keep an eye out on what's happening in what action's happening. They burn a summoner spell, for example, for instance. Okay? Chain. Oh, where's the chain snare? Nope, run, you fools. Wow, this is here.
I don't know why people play Azir and fucking Silver and like, no, just no.
I don't know why people play Zed either, Jesus.
Yeah.
It's because the high skill cap champions doesn't define the player's skill. You can do flashy plays and everything, but that doesn't mean you're that high level of the thing. You have to be like the difference between a regular Zed. It's like the difference between Faker picking up Ezreal and just okay. No. That's not the right analogy. Okay, so Faker's a god, but there's a reason why. So there's a silver 1 player. His name is like some best Ziggs NA or something Ziggs NA, something like that. And he's silver, but he's got like 2,000 or 3,000 games with the Ziggs all over the entirety of Ziggs, right? Does that mean he's a great Ziggs player? Well, he mechanically knows everything about Ziggs, but he doesn't know everything about how to close off a game and shit. He just knows how to play Ziggs. He just knows every little detail about Ziggs and Ziggs' kit. So he knows the champion, but does he know the game? Probably not. Maybe he doesn't know when to trade. Maybe he just takes too much damage. Maybe he can't dodge skill shots like a normal player is able to dodge skill shots. Now, if a Diamond 1 player who never played Ziggs in his life but plays mid lane a lot, takes up Ziggs, he's probably going to perform better as a player than the Ziggs with 1,000 games would. Why? Because it's not because he's diamond, but it's because he has more knowledge of the game that comes through experience. You know? So that's what I mean by learn the game. Because you can learn when to trade and when not to trade. When to dodge skill shots. Why this skill shot is used to defensively rather than offensively. Good. Get the tower. I was just about to say, yeah, like I wanted to be quiet about that, but like tower, objective first. Kills come, sure, but objective first. Good job. Now you have an option. You can fight or you can back up. Okay, you want to back up. Jesus. Boy, that flash would be a little bit useful right now. Okay. No.
Right here, I die.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, ooh, chomps, yummy.
Yep. Okay. No. Okay, so here's the thing about Vayne. You don't have to buy Last Whisper. It actually sounds weird, but usually a lot of people don't get the Last Whisper because you don't need to shred it's not the raw damage that you're looking for. You've already got a shit ton of damage off of your true damage, so you can divert your resources to some other item like a defensive item like Banshee's Veil. Here they have two magic people, Azir and Cho'Gath. They also got Thresh. Banshee's Veil would be pretty useful right about now. Wait, is that an Ardent Sensor I saw? Please don't tell me that.
It is.
Okay, so the thing is, Soraka's do build that. It's really dumb, but they build that. It's just not the item. The item is just not effective overall. It's because you have to like really attack. You have to really like play Vayne like a lot to get that animation like going off. So you notice that not a lot of people like build the Last Whisper, right? So let's see, most items like 10% of the time they build Last Whisper. Other times they build both. Where is it? Both. Where? Yeah, here, right here. There, he's building both Static Shiv and Phantom Dancer. He just wants the speed. Mercurial Scimitar is also a great option because it's the defensive aspect. Yeah, here you go. The cleaver. Where's the Ghostblade one? There was a Ghostblade. No, never mind. Ghostblade is useful too. It's not the best item, but it's there. It exists. It's an option.
I actually, depending on if I know they don't have a lot of armor, I'll probably run into Youmu's before I get PD.
Now you want to keep an eye out on someone because so you know Cho'Gath. If you know Cho'Gath as a champion, you know that he'd build Frozen Heart. So keeping an eye on that, which means this means that it'd be beneficial for you not to get armor pen, but to get more attack speed because he'll drop 20% of your attack speed. What's the point of having raw damage if you don't have the speed to consistently deal damage? You know, so yeah. But what's the point of having speed if it's slowed? Well, I mean, you got the free proc, so shit, doesn't matter in the end of the day. More crits, you got IE, you got fucking Static Shape, Phantom Dancer is probably 100% crit. If not, you're gonna crit a shit ton regardless. Okay, or no, don't jump on Jinzhou, just back.
And good night, Soraka.
Yeah, no, don't go back to help him. Like she has no escapes. Like what can you actually do? You know, think about that. So what can you truly do? Like as like you can condemn one, but there's two others on her, so you're probably gonna be in trouble if you try quote unquote to save her too. So just don't do it if they're actually a goner. If you truly believe you can save them with a heal and a condemn, do it. But like if they're a goner, they're a goner. Don't waste your time walking back. Don't look back at explosions. That's what all the cool guys do, you know.
Cool guys don't look at explosion. Yeah.
Kind of just like let it go. Okay, so let's see. Righteous Glory. If she gets Frozen Heart or Warmog, she should be set in terms of Soraka. But that's Soraka. That's a different story. Soraka needs that extra health to grant more healing. She needs the Frozen Heart for like the free mana that she expends constantly. It's fine if you don't get rid buff. Just don't worry about it.
I was a little sad, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Oh shit, your bot lane's pushing, you gotta keep an eye out on that. Good, you warded that bush. Always, this is the point of, getting scrying, because, like, if they're heading up there, you know that you can divert your resources, you can change up your game plan, etc., etc. Hey, there's somebody coming here, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you don't want to ping that, though. God damn it, Zed. Just push the lane, dude. Just push the lane. There's no way they can respond. You can just get this for free. It's gone.
Yeah, we have Baron.
Go even further. Mid is being pressured by the super minion wave, so you can just pressure here. Don't dive. Focus the tower. You guys got 3 creep waves. Do not forget that the cannon creep is too far behind, so you have to be very careful. You're gonna be running out of Baron soon, so the time to fight is probably the best time to fight is if they initiate, because if you guys initiate, you're gonna go forward, and then they're just gonna jump on you. If they were smart about it, they'd just rupture you. and
I
wreck you.
regret my decision here.
Good. Well, just go bottom. You should have home guards, by the way, not the Fuhrer, I believe. What does Fuhrer
Yeah.
do again?
That's the attack speed on auto attacks.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, it
I
just
did.
gives you
I think
more.
it helps me fighting.
You have too much attack speed. Well, what I mean is it's okay. It's not bad to have too much attack speed, but you're gonna be building. You're supposed to be building static shift here at this particular instance, so you probably hit max for like no reason. Jesus, condemn. Oh, too late, condemn. He lanterned already. No, 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 no. Oh my lord. Okay, that's fine.
I got
Oh
so
my
lucky.
lord.
I get so lucky.
Oh god.
The crits, man.
Yep.
The crits.
Yeah, imagine if he had a static shift. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the first thing. Remember when I said it's actually savable, right? So let me go back. Right here. You could actually remember when I said if you can save or do it. So wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, kill that. Kill this. Kill this. Kill this. Kill this. Kill this. Yes. Okay. Your wave is clear. Baron wave is pushing. This is strong. It's gonna pressure a lot. You guys have inhibitor down, so it's even stronger. Oh no, no, their inhibitor is responding soon because this cannon creep is up, and I just noticed this down here too. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. You dodge the hook. Yeah, you use the tumble and everything. Okay, hook lands on her. Condemn immediately. This is a free stun. If you see him flying in, you should think, okay, I should condemn him right now. Now you're back in a safe position. Just attack the closest target. This is where attack move comes in. So you attack the closest target. You're tunneling forward towards. I see the damage right here, and I see where's your mouse. It's hard to see where your mouse is, but it was last known right here, and you're like just about moving here. The closest target would be Jinjiao or Jinx, but you wanna. Okay, so your ult is active. It is in fact active. You want to use the stealth to your advantage. Stealth until you can reposition yourself to find a better place, because they're probably thinking, "Where's Vayne? Where's Vayne?" And look, they got you with a snare. So, oh, that they didn't get you with the snare. It's just a lucky chompers, and then just fucking dumb. Jesus, she's scrying over the ground. Yeah, you also didn't blade of the rune. Oh, okay, there it is. Okay. It's all micro based. This is why the difficulty of playing Vayne comes in. It's all micro based. Like that like I'm saying it really fast because that's exactly what's supposed to happen. That's how fast you're supposed to think. But this is just me speaking like in a decently normal speed. All that just kind of like goes through your brain instinctively as you grow in experience as a Vayne player. You kind of just like it's also knowing the game as an AD carry too. Just know the role, not just the champion. Okay, I have this many dashes. I can just reposition myself. I have a stealth. I can definitely reposition myself. Yeah, this is guaranteed game, right? Okay, 40, 41. Okay, yeah. This game just ended. Okay, that's pretty good. Just condemn him away because it delays him trying to in an effortless attempt to stop you. But if he somehow had the damage to stop you, he would stop you. But it's already too late. All right, that's good. So let's see so things I talked about was minions. Yeah, Jesus, look at this. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't even notice that. Oh my lord. Missed skill shots everywhere. Monte Cristo. Fuck. Jesus Christ. All those missed skill shots. If one landed, you'd probably be dead. Look at this giant fucking creep wave like building up right here. That is a problem. Attack patterns. I've said attack patterns before, so because Shyvana came to gank, I didn't think it was ward because Thresh kind of like walked up. If you remember, right? Thresh walked up afterwards in that bush, probably to re-ward or something, right? So they assumed that it wasn't warded, but because you were stepping forward out of nowhere, they probably decided, hey, back up because some action might be going down. I don't know why, but I got a gut instinct because this Vayne kind of makes it look obvious, you know? Because when it comes to ganks, like you can just pretend like he's not, but like nobody's there. And then when the gank is happening, you kind of break that mentality. You're basically supposed to play dumb, you know? And it's okay because like, oh, there's definitely no one in my bush right now. I'm just farming like a normal Vayne should be. And then your Shyvana comes out of nowhere and like it was all a fluke. And then you kind of bait them. Yeah, you can also allow yourself to be hooked as a form of bait too, because when they hook you, they're gonna commit, right? Most of the time they will, because as you can clearly see by this completely inexperienced, idiotic Thresh, that as soon as he hooks you, he's gonna fly in, and if you allow yourself to be hooked, especially like let's say you're out of tower range, he'll think, hey, he's safe. I can go in on this. I can flay him back, and we can kill him, right, Jinx? And then you see the gank come in, and you're like, oh crap, I don't have a hook, I don't have a flay anymore, and you'll take a lot of damage, but in the end, if you like live, and they didn't expend their resources to kill you, and your jungler gets the right gank off, or they burn and the opponents burn their flashes or die. In the end, it's worth it for you to get hooked. So sometimes it's okay, but if they actually have kill potential on you, like they ignite you, you have no flash, you have no heal, you have no tumble, you have nothing, and they can actually kill you, and Soraka can't heal you, then you know, don't allow yourself to be hooked, because you're gonna die if you allow yourself to be hooked. But if you truly believe that, okay, if I get hooked right now, they'll commit, right? We can get a kill, right? Then I'll allow myself to be hooked on purpose, and then that kind of just like allows them to bring you kind of like screw them over, because you're like, oh hey, there, it's just 2v2 and this Vayne oh, just kidding, it was a trap. Fuck.
You've activated my trap card.
And then what I said about power farming, this is a thing that AD carries tend to do a lot, and it's more evident in like champions like Nasus, right? So what you wanted to do was, as soon as this tower goes down and the creep wave's building up here, just focus on last hitting it and taking it like the last possible hit. And then utilizing Vayne's kit, you know, use your ult sooner, because right here you kind of just waste all this duration. The entire duration is just like completely wasted. You could have killed him sooner, probably not have used flash because of that too. Because you got the extra damage, because you know every point of damage that you deal, because the third proc is gonna hurt too. So it's like extra damage per 3 autos. You kind of got like, you probably like by activating your ult, you probably would have gotten technically 2 extra autos off in terms of total damage if you activated it sooner. So that would mean that the 2 autos that you spent to flash, you know, to hit him and kill him with would not have been would have been non-existent, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so the runes and masteries, right? You were telling me about runes and masteries. Runes and masteries are like they're extremely straightforward. Like because it's Vayne runs a certain Vayne runs a specific type. They call it the raw damage mastery. Whereas someone like Ezreal or Lucian run a different type, which involves the casting part. So did you have a link to it, or?
Yeah, it's in the description of the video.
Oh, okay, sweet. All right, runes. Yeah, your runes are fine. This is completely normal. If you really want it, okay. So, you have the option to set up like, do you actually have 2 rune pages, or do you have 1?
Yeah, I do. I have 2.
Okay. Yeah, you have 2 on the account, right? Like.
Yeah, I'm gonna link you it.
No. It's not that, but it's like the second rune pages. You can just replace 4 of your magic resist glyphs and put in attack speed. I did
that with 5 of them though.
Yeah, so this is a deft maneuver. Deft and Imp do this. They just do that for the extra DPS, but they kind of sacrifice a little bit of laning presence with it. But in terms of this, you kind of need the magic resist because they got 2 magic damage dealers. So think about it like this: if you can switch interchangeably between both rune pages. If you can do that, then that's great. Because okay, so if they have an 80 top laner and an 80 mid laner, well, I can give up some of my magic resist because, you know, they don't have any that much magic damage. So if I give up some magic resist, then I can eliminate them because I have more DPS. And then if they have a mid laner that's magic, Azir, and a top laner that's magic, Cho'Gath, as well as some Thresh, then okay, magic resist is ideal at this time. Now let's see your masteries. It's only like four rune changes. Yeah, this is called the DPS page. Basically, these 2 points right here. If you had like Ezreal or Corki or a Lucian, you'd put them in these 2 because they're reliant more on their spells than anything else. Like Vayne, you can argue that like her spell matters, but you know she's raw damage. So put points here. These are the correct masteries. Feast allows you to sustain yourself in lane because every creep wave is basically 1/10 of a health potion. So after a while,
HP.
yeah, it's pretty. Actually, no, it's like, or yeah. It's about like 30 HP or something like that, including your basic regen too. You also get mana. So almost every single laner should have that mastery, except for junglers, because junglers don't get as much sustain because it's a different route for them. But that's not important.
I actually have a question about Dangerous Game.
Yeah, it is. It is almost always. It can save lives. I have a clip of someone. It's like saving lives. What's wrong, or what is the question?
Oh, I was always wondering because like in our current meta, not many people take like Ignite anymore. So I was thinking that maybe it'd be smarter to. Well, like the only time I see Ignite is on supports.
Oh, well, I usually because I usually see a lot because some mid laners are now opting for Ghost for some reason. Like some actually are changing to Ghost, some change to Barriers, some change to Heal, some change to Ignite. But Wait, what about Ignite? Like, what exactly were you asking? I'm
Well,
just saying. I see
uh,
Ignites. There are people who will take like triple Ignite sometimes too.
well, I was
You'll
saying
see
more
that
so about
shit.
the early game in lane. I don't really see many
Hmm.
supports that will opt to take ignite unless it's like a kill lane. So in that sense, I was always wondering like, is there worth in taking dangerous game if
Yeah,
you're not?
it's always worth it taking dangerous game because in team fights you can get the healing that you need to survive burst damage. If you
Okay,
get an
okay.
assist too, it counts for assist too. This you get the same
Oh,
amount from an assist as you do if you get a kill. So
oh,
just by helping out, you kind of get healed. Like sometimes if you're like some people are forced out of the fight because they're low, but then that dangerous game health comes back and it just kind of heals them, and it's like, oh shit, I can actually go back in the fight now because you have just enough health to survive. And then they throw an ignite on you, and then you kill them and you survive again. Like shit.
oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, makes sense then.
It's a very clutch summoner spell, but it does help. Like it's saved more than you can think of because not a lot of people keep it into account, but it has saved more lives because if you live long enough to survive an ignite and you level up at the same time, that guarantees that you save because the dangerous game guaranteed that you had enough HP to survive, which guaranteed that you had enough HP to level up, which means that you survived the full tick duration of ignite. Sometimes that happens. It happened in an LCS game once, so or not once, but once that we can remember. All right. Yeah. Power
Hmm.
farming. Power farming because you want to power farming is an option to accumulate a CS lead over your opponent. It works better if you've lost your tower, because you're going to be in a safer position. Maxing skills, if they can catch you, it's best to use Q to run away from them. If they've got a lot of tanks, W is going to work. If they had like a top Cho'Gath and like a tank jungler like Volibear, I would advise taking. I would still actually max Q because Volibear can chase you. But if they had an immobile tank, let's say like Taric or something, best thing to take would be W because Taric jungle, it's immobile but it's a tank. Also has a lot of armor, so W would be like the ideal max. You just have to consider, can I run away from them and like kite them? Is that more important? Is my survival more important than the DPS I can input with or output with my 3 procs of Silver Bowl? If
So more or less, it's Q over W unless
yeah,
they have a lot of.
yeah.
Okay.
And if you look at like like let me just throw out like 3 or 4 pro builds. Maybe they have a reason why they max W too. Because not everyone like everyone. Some people just max W just because they're like good at Vayne. Like Bang is just good at Vayne. So he maxed Q. Let's see. Let's look at the team comps. Why? Okay, there's a Blitzcrank there. Okay, you're gonna
Yeah,
need to run
that.
away. Like that alone is already enough incentive. Also got a Gragas if he displaces you with ulti. You've got to match the Graves E with your own Q to escape distance
Dang,
if you're running away.
21.
You got a Victor with Ghost. Yeah, these are all completely reasonable reasons to max Q. Let's go with the next team comp. Okay, so Riven Q, Eve Q, Ali sorta Q. This guy is Q. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's Q. Maple Street. Immobile. Jesus. Oh well. Okay. So this is a jump. I would still max Q because there's not really that much tank, so there's no point in burst. Okay, he didn't
And
max
getting the
W.
distance away
He maxed
from
W.
Italy would be good.
He chose to
Oh.
max W. He lost this game though. Wonder why. Probably didn't escape. All
Oh.
right. Ardia.
Well played, sir.
Mobility. Super mobility. Did you max W? Jesus, what the hell? Some of these people. Yeah, let's just switch to this. Like that's just much better. All right, back to
Welcome to
grade
the night.
4. I just changed it to Korean because clearly European and NA doesn't work out. This is Q. Yeah. Oh, actually, he's interchangeably switching in between the heck. Okay, so this is actually pretty cool, but I'm not sure if that actually works out or not because you're not maxing a skill because by 13 you'll have them both maxed, but like you're not prioritizing because he's switching in between Q and W constantly, so he gets a balance of both. It's a smart move, but I wouldn't recommend it because you're not at level 9. You don't have the full power of any of the spells. It's interesting. This is just really interesting. Does he do it all the time? No, he doesn't. No, he does it all the time actually. He just puts 2 point. Okay, so he's going for the level 13 power spike. So he kind of drags on. Yeah, that's pretty smart.
I too like to live on the edge.
Wow, I would max Q here because he would jump on you. Jesus. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, okay. Q won't do anything here because that will jam you. Yeah, I would have max Q here simply because this is once you get caught, it's really hard to escape these 3. Sometimes that's the thing, but like I prefer the Q max. That's just my personal preference. It's because as you're learning the game, I think it would be better for players to experience more repositioning as an AD carry rather than just like the burst kill.
Yeah.
Because AD carry is a mechanically skill based role that relies on positioning, so it's good to just get into the practice of positioning yourself properly with the use of tumble. I think that's all I could review for this one, but it's gonna be up on YouTube like someday because these things take a long time to upload. Cause how long is this? Like an hour 30? Yeah, it's gonna be like an hour 30, so it's gonna take like a day and a half or something like that to render and properly upload. Latest you can like review this around like maybe like sometime next week. But if you want to send more, you can.
All right.
Yeah.
I would appreciate that because I need to get better.
Yeah. It just takes. It's mostly just practice. So. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually just got back into Silver 1 like an hour ago.
Congrats.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Alright. Yeah, this is NA, right? Like, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you can just check it out on my YouTube channel, and we're pretty much like set here for this one because there's nothing more I can talk about.
All right.
All right.
Thanks,
Take
man.
care. Yeah, no problem.
Take it easy, dude.
Yeah, you too.